is we're going through this set 3P1 question, okay, paper 1, and I have divided everyone into 5 teams lah, because paper 1 got 15 questions, so we're going to attempt 5 at a time. Okay, question 1 to 5 and 6 to 10 and then 11 to 15, and hopefully today we can finish up to question 10 lah. Okay, so everybody divided into groups, and then every group is answering one question, responsible for one question, and then when you have gotten the answer, or you think you have gotten the answer, then you post it up in a group lah, okay, for all of us to see. And I think that for this kind of set, some of you may have already actually finished answering this because you were trying to prepare for the trial exams. But the idea is I want us to get used to this kind of revision method, okay? Because we are not rushing for anything. We're taking our time with this revision. So I think I want to do it this way lah. Okay, that way I can listen to you and I will do less talking, okay, on my part. All right, let's start with question number 1 now. Can I have somebody from this team who was doing question number 1 to explain what is going on? Can you explain what is your process of answering this question? Okay, why this? What is happening over here? Can you explain why?
That's the object.
Okay.
From what I can understand, we have to see if both functions will equal to each other or not.
Okay.
To see if they are inverse or not.
Okay.
But
Right.
before doing that, we have to change them into inverse function.
Not inverse lah. It's composite nah.
Yeah, composite. Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you. So composite function is you're putting an object into a certain function lah. And in this case, exactly like what Celeste was saying, in the first function, gx is the object. Okay, and then in the second function, fx is the object. That's why you see that the 4 is still remaining, but the x has now changed to the gx over here. Okay, minus 3. And then what is happening after that is a lot of basic algebra. Okay, so what she does is she makes this bottom here to become 1. Okay, untuk menjadi 1. And then after that, what she does is because it's divide by fraction. So divide by fraction, you have to change it to multiply and then flip it the other way around. So you get 8 over 3x minus 2. Okay, and likewise, you do the same thing. Okay, what Des is doing is she's doing the same thing over here, except that I think if I were to change this a little bit, I would probably make this 2 a little bit longer, just to kasih sama dengan ini lah. So that I can see that, oh, okay, this one and this one is actually what is being changed. Okay, the over 2 is selepas itu semua. Okay, so 12 minus 12 will give you 4x, x minus 3 will give you this one, times 1 over 2 lah, or divide by 2. Okay, and what you will get is this lah. 4x equals to 2x minus 6, or when you simplify, you get 2x over x minus 3. Okay, now my question to this same group is, apa ini? Why must this be written? Do you remember why?
Because if the x equals to that, then the whole function will be like in error.
Okay, exactly. Okay, the x cannot be equal to this particular number, because if the x equals to that, the whole total will be, you get math error. Okay, so one thing to mark that I hope that when you copy this down, okay, later lah, one thing to note now is that if you have a function where the x is at the bottom, like this, okay, dia di bawah, you have to add this extra line over here. Not all functions have this, okay, bukan semua function ada begini, tetapi especially where functions they have fractions and then di bawah itu ada x. Kalau x itu berada di atas, contohnya yang macam ni, ini tak payah tulis apa-apa, because the x is on top. Okay, so the x on top, no problem. The x at the bottom of the fraction is where the problem always happens. Okay, and we need to make a statement, okay, that say that, okay, x tidak boleh sama dengan ini. Now, this is probably the only part where I mistake. I may not have been very clear about my explanation just now. What I want to say is, if f and g are inverse to one another, okay, I'm going to go back to this. Okay, if f and g are inverse function between one another, when you find fg, you should get x. The answer, the final answer should be x. And when you find gf, it must also be equal to x. Okay, both of them have to be equal to x in order for them to inverse function with one another. So I would not write my answer this way. Okay, I would not write my answer this way lah. I think out of so far, okay, substitution correct is 1 mark, final function correct 1 mark here and then 1 mark here. Janji mesti ada inilah, ini mesti ada. But the final mark here probably you won't get because I don't think maybe you understood the concept. Okay, so how I would have written it would be, since both fgx is not equal to x and gfx is also not equal to x, therefore f and g are not okay, are not inverse functions between one another. Between each other. Okay, this is how I would write this lah. So this is more of a conceptual thing lah. If both f and g are inverse functions to one another, then bila kau cari fg kan, kau akan dapat x. Dan bila kau dapat gf, kau akan dapat x juga. They have to fulfill both conditions. Tapi bila kamu kirakan dua-dua pun bukan x. Okay, jadi f and g are not inverse functions to one another. Okay, and this is only actually just 1 mark lah. Just kamu kena nyatakan saja, inverse functions or not inverse functions to one another. Okay, now what happens in the exam if you forget, like, macam mana ni macam mana mau cakap determine if there is an inverse function between them. If you forget, then saya cadangkan kamu tembak sajalah. Okay, there is inverse function between them or there is no inverse function between them. Just tembak. Okay, you have a 50-50% chance of getting 1 mark. All right, thank you. Group number 2, please. Is group number 2 done? Group number 2 is, okay, 2A is done. Oh, this is question number 5. Okay. Everyone wants to answer question number 5. Okay, let's do number 2 first. 2A. Who is this funders? What is the question? The question is differentiate. Okay, let's look at the differentiation. Okay. Ini ada silap sudah ni. Is this 2x or 2x squared? 2x. Oh, okay. Pandas, can you explain to me what's going on? Apa ini?
Okay, so first saya dah bagi 2x over 3x square plus 4. Jadi mula-mula kita kasih differentiate dulu atas sama bawah. So 2x dia jadi 2. Yang di bawah tu 3x square plus 4 dia jadi 6x.
Okay, good.
Okay, lepas sudah differentiate, kita cross multiplication. So 2 darab 3x square plus 4 minus 6x darab 2x over yang 3x square plus 4 tu kita kasih square. So over 3x square plus 4 square. Okay, so lepas tu dapatlah 6x square plus 8 minus 12x square over 3x square plus 4 square. Lepas tu 6x square minus 12x square dapatlah negative 6x square plus 8 over 3x square plus 4 square.
Okay. Alright, good. Definitely 2 marks already dalam tangan. Just one thing to note, this is for everybody lah. Betul sudah apa yang Fandas buat ini. Just one thing to note remember that when you're differentiating the bottom here, ini jangan sentuh. So don't expand it. Okay, leave it as it is, exactly like how Fandas is doing it. So, this is 1 mark and then of course this is 1 mark lah. Okay, so if you have forgotten this formula, this is dy dx equals to apa itu v du dx minus u dv dx over v squared. Okay, atas adalah u, bawah adalah v. Okay, so this is something that we've seen before, but itu saja kah anu Fandes? What happened to 2b? Can 2b?
So already posted 2B. I posted.
Where? Liu is 2b. Okay. So Liu has done, okay, 2a is Fandes. Liu, you want to explain to us what's happening with 2b?
So first I make the 2 to a negative 2 to let it be a straight line. So I differentiate the 4 minus 3x squared into 4x minus x cubed, and I differentiate the thing. Yeah, and I get 3x squared plus 4 negative 1 over negative 3. And I just multiply in.
Oh dear. No. Okay. I understand what you're doing. Okay. I understand what you're doing, and I appreciate that you're doing that. Okay. Except that there's one very important thing that I think you need to remember. And I think it's a good thing that we're looking at this together. When you bring this up, okay, when you bring this up, you're bringing it up next to the whole thing, you know. So this is a big problem because if this whole thing has to multiply with this, then you cannot separately integrate it like this. Okay, so it's a huge problem. Okay, so one of the things that we need to remember, and this is a very common paper 2 question now. Okay, okay, this is a very common paper 2 question now. If you notice, the thing that they ask you to integrate, right, and your final answer, there's a square here. The thing that they ask you to integrate in the final answer, there is a same bottom. And the bottom is the same. Okay, and therefore, you have to remember that differentiation and integration are opposite to one another. Okay, this 2x over 3x squared plus 4, when you differentiate, okay, you get negative 6x squared plus 8 over 3x squared plus 4, the whole thing squared. And if you integrate this, whole thing, you should get back this one, 2x over 3x squared plus 4. Now, the only problem here is your top here is not the same as this. Right? But do you see that this top here, the 6x squared plus 8, negative 6x squared plus 8 can, actually we can factorize something out. We can factorize the number 2. So we will get 2 times negative 3x squared plus 4 over 3x squared plus 4, the whole thing squared. And doesn't it look almost like this? It looks almost like that, right? Okay. So much to say, okay, that, okay, let me, so how would I do this is this whole thing over here, okay, I have to divide it by 2. Yeah. Okay, I have to divide it by 2 in order for me to get this lah. Okay, so this will actually be negative 6x squared plus 8 over 3x squared plus 4 squared divided by 2. This and this akan menjadi macam ni. Okay, because 6 divided by 2 is 3 and 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay, 6 divided by 2 is 3 and 8 divided by 2 is 4. And the reason why I'm converting this is because I know that the integration of this, the integration of negative 6x squared plus 8 over 3x squared plus 4, the whole thing squared, will give me my original 2x over 3x squared plus 4. So when we integrate, but because there's a divide by 2, right? Okay, so saya kasih 1 per 2 di 2. So what I will actually get is 1 over 2 times the original thing that you were trying to differentiate, 2x over 3x squared plus 4. So your final answer will be x over 3x squared plus 4. This will be the answer. Oh yes, plus c. Yeah, there's a plus c also at the end. Okay. So this is a very common paper 1 question. Okay, they will ask you to differentiate something, or they will give you the differentiation itself. And then after that, they will ask you to integrate, and it looks like such a complicated integration. But actually, what this question is testing you is whether you understand or not the relationship between differentiation and integration. Okay, when you that's why we teach you complicated differentiation. Integration, usually we don't have this complicated method. There is a way to integrate this, correct? But you are not taught at this level. Okay, you are taught all these very simple kind of integration that you have done so far. So take note of question 2, because this is a very common question. Okay, and because this is an A and B, usually is connected to one another. Okay, it's always connected somehow. Okay, it may not look exactly the same, but you can, when you factorize out, you can see it. Okay, good attempt, but we can learn something from here. All right, let's go to question number 3. Who is ML? Maximus. Okay, Maximus, when I explain what's going on here.
I explain, sir.
Oh, okay.
So first we find the first equation by using the perimeter 3x plus 4x plus 4 plus y is equal to 14.
All
And
right.
then we find that they share the same hypotenuse. So we use the Pythagoras formula to find the second equation. And then we do the simultaneous equation
Okay.
to find x and y. And x, we get x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 29 over 6. And since when we use the x is equal to 29 over 6, we find that the y is negative value. So we reject that one. So we take the x is equal to 1.
All right. Okay, good. I think this is very well explained. Yang menghantar adalah Maximus, tetapi yang menjelaskan adalah Marvin. Okay, fine. But I think this is very well explained. You guys can refer to this. Okay, good job. All right, number 4. Who is doing number 4? Where is number 4? Number 4 is one of the first few questions that came up. Right? This is number 4. Okay, Sean, can you explain this to us?
Hello, sir. I explain.
Okay, fine. Fadila.
Okay. So from the question, we can know that from P to Q is equals to 9, and the perimeter of P, the origin, and the Q is 19 cm. So now we want to find the radius. So we take 19 minus 9, so we will get 10. Then we take 10 over 2, then the radius is equals to 5.
Okay.
Then we want to find the value of the degree. So we use the formula S equals to R theta. Then we sub in what we have into the formula, and then we will get 1.8. Then from 1.8 radian, we want to change to pi.
Sorry, you want to change to?
Change to degree.
Question asked in degree.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, good enough. 103.13. Next.
For B, we want to find the perimeter of sector QOR. Firstly, we take 180 minus the degree that we got before. 180 minus 103.13, then we will get 76.87.
Okay.
So from 76.87, we want to change to radian. So we times with pi over 180.
Okay.
So we get 1.342. Then we use the formula again, S equals to R theta. Then we sub in what we have. Then we will get 6.708.
What is the question asking for again?
Perimeter sector.
Oh, the
QOR.
perimeter. Okay. All right. Okay. So you add the 5 and 5 in order to get the final answer lah. Okay, I think that's fair. That's good enough.
Thank you, sir.
Right, thank you for the explanation. Okay, this is a pretty clear question, very clear cut. Of course, the key to getting this, everybody, is to remember that you have to divide by 2. Very common mistake is people just 19 minus 9 and then equals to 10, right? And then they think that here is 10 and here is 10. Cannot remember that perimeter has 3 parts to it lah. Okay, good. Number 5. Number 5 is whose question? Yong. I think Yong and Jim and Vinod were doing this. I saw Vinod doing something halfway, but I don't know where it disappeared. Oh no. Okay, Yong, can you explain to us number 5, please?
I explain last.
Okay.
For 5a, the first step we do, we change the log 4 to log 2. And then since ada log 2 x cube sama log 2 2x minus 1 tu kan, dia pluskan, jadi boleh darab tu x cube dalam.
Okay.
Lepas darab sudah, dia jadi semuanya log 2x 2x4 minus x cube over x to the power 4.
Hold on now, 1 minute. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
No. Wait. This one over here is this 2 kamu bawa turun.
Yep.
Then after that you cut and cut, so you get 4 log 2x. Okay. Then you bring the 4 up. That's why you get x to the power of 4. Okay. All right.
Okay. Lepas tu gitulah. Lepas tu bahagi. Lepas tu power dia simplified yang di x.
Huh. Really? 2x to the power of 4 minus x to the power of 3 over x to the power of 4. So this will be gone. 2 minus hold on. X to the power of 3. 2x minus 1 over x to the power of 3 times x. Oh, okay. Can. All right.
Yang B Vinod.
Okay. Passing pasal lah pula.
Okay, so yang pakai tadi ni answer tu lah, yang log 2x minus 1 over x tu equal to negative 1 lah. Okay, so kan log punya form ni kan kita tukar pi index punya form lah supaya lebih senang nampak. So yang 2 tu kan kita tahu tu maksud dia base. Negative 1 tu dalam ni case kita tahu itu power. And yang 2x minus 1 over x tu itu apa yang kita dapatkan lepas kira. Okay, so 2 to the power of negative 1 tu maksud dia power tu dia sepatutnya dekat bawah tu 1 over 2 gitulah.
Okay.
To the power of 1. Okay, so 2x minus 1 over x kasi pindah pergi sebelah jadi 1 over 2 times x, dia jadi x over 2 lah.
Okay.
Terus x kasi pindah, terus 2 kasi pindah, jumpalah x equal to 2 over 3.
Lajunya. Okay, hold on now. 4x minus 2 equals to x. So, okay. All right, can. Okay, good. Okay, so obviously this is a bit time consuming, but never mind. Let's just go ahead with this. While everybody starts sending, let's start with number 6 first. So we're having this over here. Okay, this is obviously a linear law question, because when you see this, okay, you definitely know that it is linear law lah. Okay, so that's the first thing you should know. And you know that it's linear law, okay, I think one very important thing you need to remember is that these numbers bukan lagi X dan Y. Dia mesti ikut paksi. Okay, so look at the paksi correctly. 4 is actually 1 over X, and 16 is actually Y squared. Okay, that's a very important thing. Jangan terkongkong XY, 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 XY. Cannot. Okay, we need to open our minds and consider that there are always other possibilities. All right, can somebody from this group please explain what's happening over here? Group breakout room 1 lah. Saya tidak ingat.
Can dengar rasa?
Boleh.
Or it's noisy.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So basically, first you have to do is look for the coordinates since there are. Look for the gradient since there are two coordinates. Jadi once you already dapat the gradient, you find the C. So to find C, you substitute the coordinates. I use 1, 4-nya, and then substitute, dapatlah the C equals to 0. So the equation would be y squared equals to 4 over x. And then since we want in terms of y, kita kena buang to square lah. So to buang to square, kita square root. And then you get y equals to square root 4 over x.
1 minute now, hold on. 0. Kejap. The gradient is 16 minus 4, 12 over 4. The gradient is 3. How do you get the gradient 4?
16 minus 5.
12 divided by 3. Oh, okay. Sorry. 6. Kejap. Kau saya yang salah kira ni. Ya, saya salah kira. Okay. Betul. So it's 4. And then after that, you substituted the 1 and the 4. It will be y squared equals to m 1 over x plus c. That's what you're doing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you substituted y squared is 4 equals to 4 times 1 plus c. Okay, so c will be equals to 0. Okay, fine, can. Just one thing, this one actually is y equals to 2 over square root x. Because square root of 4 is 2. Okay, you will want to do that lah. Okay, can you explain B, please? Question B is, find the value of x when y equals to 2. Okay.
So you already have y equals to square root 2 over square root x. Jadi you just substitute the value of y in, and then pindah-pindah just dapat x equals to 1.
Okay, all right, can. Okay, good. Thank you. Let's. Oh no. Allah. Let's forget it. Okay, question number. Who's doing question number 7? Question number 7 belum hantar ke ini? Is this 7? Okay.
Colette.
All right. Colette, you want to explain what's happening here? Ooh.
Yeah. So kan the length is 3 times the width.
Okay.
So times 3 to width, terus dapat itu. And then dia mau cari area kan, so length times width kira-kira, terus dapatlah jawaban.
Kejap. Dengan keadaan where P and Q are irrational numbers. How do you get this P? Oh, in this form. Okay. Sorry, are rational numbers. 4 and then times 3 everything lah. Okay. So the length is times 3. So this multiply with this. Okay, you get 48. Oh, okay. So P is 783 and Q is this one. Yeah, I think that's okay. It looks fine to me. Okay, good. Tapi discard juga ni walaupun saya tanda betul sudah. Alright, question number 8. This is Sean's group, right? Okay.
Can, sir.
Ah.
So the question wants us to find the f negative 1x is the composite function of fx. So we kasih x jadi subject lah, y is equal to x plus 4. And then we kasih pindah-pindah, we find the composite function of fx is equal to x minus 4.
Okay.
And the question also wants gfx, and he wants to find gx. So we sub the composite function of fx into the function, and then we find lah gx. 9 minus x over x minus 4.
Okay. Can. Alright, I think this is a very good dari segi konsep dia betul lah. Okay, if you have already found the inverse function, okay, if you substitute the inverse function into the original function, you can actually get this itself. Okay, that's actually also a very good way lah. Okay, if you don't remember, sebenarnya cara ini adalah u equals to x plus 4, and then after that x equals to u minus 4. Actually, it's the exact same thing. Okay, but so there's a reason now why they ask you to find the inverse function x, because when you substitute the inverse function, okay, of the inside now into the x, you will be able to get the outside. Okay, that is I think that's a very good attempt. All right, good. But what happened to 8b? What's wrong with 8b? The total weekly production is this one. The price for a pair of batik shirts is this one. Show that the total gross income of the factory represented by a composite function. Hence, if the factory has 20 employees, estimate the gross income. Okay. So this is you have to form the second equation lah, because you need, if in order to do a composite function, you have to have two equations. Okay, but now you only have one function, which is Qn equals to n plus 1 over 4n squared. Dan itu adalah bilangan baju yang dihasilkan dalam seminggu. Okay, tapi harganya adalah 200 bagi sepasang baju batik. Okay, the price for a pair of batik shirts is 200 ringgit. So how does this relate to Qn? Okay, if n, okay, so n is bilangan pekerja. Q is jumlah pengeluaran, the total weekly production of batik shirts. Okay, so how do you calculate the price or the gross income of the factory lah? Okay, you first have to find the price in terms of this Qm. No? Okay, so the number of shirts, okay, is Qn. Okay, that's the function. Now the price, okay, the total price then will be 200 times Qn over 2. Sebab a pair. Kan? That means satu pasang 200 ringgit. So that means bilangan yang dikeluarkan, you have to bahagi dua lah. Okay, in this one. Okay, so what would, if let's say this Qn, saya kasih ganti dengan X bahkan. Okay, what would my function of the price be? The function of the price will be let's call it Pn lah. Okay, Px lah. Okay, Px equals to 200 x over 2. Okay, which will be actually 100 x. Okay, so the total gross income, okay, is how many baju, okay, darab dengan the function of the price. So it will actually be PQN. Okay, and this will be 200 and Qn will be n plus 1 over 4n squared. Okay, n plus 1 over 4n squared. Oh, sorry, not 200, 100. And so the 100x. Okay, in case you're not getting it, okay, let me do a different color lah. Okay, so just to help you to see it. Okay, so this is x and this is x over here. Okay, x over 2 lah. Sebab the total price, okay, is 200 or 100 QN lah. Okay, which is basically this. Okay, so question is if there are 20 employees, which means that this is n. Kalau n adalah 20, so the total gross income will be 100 times 20 plus 1 over 4, 20 squared. Okay, which will give us okay, 12,000 ringgit. Okay, so this is a boleh dikatakan soalan kebat lah, but I think the issue here is if you want to find a composite function, you need to have two functions. So the first function is given. The second function is the function for the total price. So the total price is 200 ringgit times the number of shirts divided by 2. Okay, the number of shirts divided by 2, which is actually 100 QN. Okay, and you assume that the total price punya function, we call it as PX. So the gross income, the function will be PQN. Okay, so this is the composite function that we want to find. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. So yes, one thing that if a piece of advice lah, I would actually suggest that you really take a look at question B lah. Okay, it's a good question. It is also it's a 3-mark question now, which means that actually it's not very difficult. Difficult question will be 4 marks lah. Okay, so a 3-mark question is in paper 1 is considered quite easy, except that the problem is this is a functions question and it's a K-bar question. Okay, so always remember K-bar questions kan actually the working is easy one. It's just the soalan yang menjadi susah. Okay, the more you do this, the more you read, the easier it will be. All right, let's go to question number 9. Is this 9? Yes. How come it's easy? Index number question? Number 9. Oh yeah, it's an index number question. Okay, all right. All right, group 4, breakout room 4, whoever wants to do this.
Okay, so index kan ni geometric.
I feel that it's a geometric question lah, but I don't know why you did index though.
Kalau saya fikir index so pada year kan gitu.
Tapi dia tiada tahun asas, but that's my issue. Kan? That's my issue actually. Because if there is a tahun asas, I think it will be quite interesting if we do, okay, definitely it's a progressions question, definitely soalan progression, sebab index kan dia tidak kena tanya dalam kertas 1. Dia hanya ditanya dalam kertas 2 saja. But it will be quite interesting kalau lepas kita buat progression kan, terus kau dapat jawapan yang sama. I think it will be very, very interesting lah. Okay, but can we try this and see? Yeah, so that's, sorry memang definitely yang itu jalan kerja memang out sudah lah sebab you are in the wrong chapter. Is there anybody else in this 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Okay. Let's go to question 10 first and then I'll come back to question 9. Okay. Question 10. All right. Can somebody explain to us what's happening in question 10?
Gila nih soalan. Okay, so
Tidak lah.
so Samad's house is negative 10i plus 10j. So that's OH.
Oh.
Then his kampung, it's negative 30i plus 30j, 35j. So from his house to his kampung, you kira-kira skit, then you get negative 20i plus 25j. Then you use a distance formula. Then you sub in negative 20i plus 25j, you'll get 32.016 km. And then suddenly got physics formula. Distance equals the distance 32.016 equals to 80 kilometers, which is how fast he went from his house to the kampung times the time. Then you kira-kira, you get 0.4 hours, which is 24 minutes. Then he reached there at 7:24 p.m. 7:24
PM.
p.m. Okay.
So what does that mean?
That means he lambat 4 minutes.
Okay.
He was supposed to sampai at 7:20.
Yeah. At 7:20. Okay. Oh, I think that's a very good explanation. Actually, this is not really okay. Fine. Yes, it is a physics. This one, but actually you learn this in maths. You know that graph. You know the graph that you count. Okay, but actually, if you think about it, it is kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour means in that 1 hour, if you travel consistently at 80 kilometers per hour, okay, then you will you will be able to travel for 80 kilometers lah. So one way of thinking about this, if you don't want to write it like how this group did it, you can think about it in terms of like this. If 60 minutes, okay, is 80 kilometers, because 80 kilometers sejam is 80 kilometers per hour, this is 60 minutes lah. Okay, now you have 32.016 km. Okay, can I know how many minutes it is? Yes, you can. You can use you can use nisbah lah. You can use nisbah to cari t over 32.016 equals to 60 over 80. Okay, and you will get the exact same, which is about 24 minutes. Okay, give or take lah. Okay, give or take 24 minutes. But the thing here is this, if you look at this entire working, okay, if you look at this entire working, there is nothing in this question that is complicated calculation. Again, to show you that HOTS questions, dia punya soalan kan sangat senang bah. How's position vector is always dari O, dari asalan. So what the question is not telling you is OH plus and then OK. Okay, kalau ini adalah soalan biasa, okay, if this was a normal question, you know how they would do it? They will give you the coordinate of H and they will give you the coordinate of K. So the coordinate of H is negative 10 and 10, and the coordinate of K is negative 30 and 35. Sorry confusing lah sebab vector kena bagi sekali dia minta masak. Yeah, it's meant to be confusing lah. Habis soalan kebat kan. Okay, but if this was not a kebat question, they would have given you this one. Okay, and then after that they ask you to find the vector of H to K. Okay, essentially that is the same thing lah. OH, okay, and OK. So HK is HO. Okay, O is 0, 0 lah. Okay, HO plus OK. Okay, and then after that they ask you to find the distance lah. Okay, you have to find the distance, because if you want to find the distance, ini 80 km sejam ini akan memberitahu kamu itu masa. And then distance formula is the same like calculating the magnitude of HK. Okay, or find the distance of HK. Okay, HK is magnitude. Magnitude ini cara mencari magnitude. Lepas kamu dapat the vector, kamu guna Pythagoras theorem lah konon. Okay, Pythagoras theorem, which is what this group did. Okay, over here. You got the negative 20, you got the 25, so you just do Pythagoras theorem. Negative 20 squared plus 25 squared square root, you get 32.016 kilometers. Okay, so you know that this panjang over here is 32.016 km. Okay, I wonder, and this one you can do it in your own spare time lah. I wonder if let's say saya guna cara coordinate geometry, negative 10, 10 and 30, 35. Would I be able to get the same answer, 32.016? It'd be quite interesting. Actually, you would. You would get the same answer. You get 32.016. Okay, kalau kamu guna coordinate sajalah, you didn't even actually have to find the vector. Okay, tapi because soalan minta vector bahkan, so usually automatically we go into vector mode. Okay, but again, like what Eldon said just now, suddenly there is this massa thing over here lah. Okay, so that is like, you know, so sebab dia macam combination of a few chapters lah. This chapter, which is vector, plus some chapters that you learned when you were in Form 5 Maths, okay, under Teacher Kwok. Form 5 or Form 4, I can't remember. Okay, but there's this element over there lah. Okay, this is a very good question actually. Okay, let's come back to question number 9. Okay, and I'm just wondering whether anybody has done question number 9. Maybe you want to share with us. You're working for question number 9. Motorcycle sales started in 2018, increased consistently by 10.9%. So 10.9%. 10.9% refers to the R. R equals to 1.109 because they're 10.9% increase from the previous year. Yeah. Okay. So can somebody calculate T1 for me, please? 47,000 only. Or 470,000. Okay. So this is our A. So A is 470,000. Our R is 1.109. Okay. So estimate the number of motorcycles sold in Malaysia from 2018 to 2025. So we have to count the number of years lah. 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So you want to find S8. Okay, the formula for S will be Sn equals to A 1 minus R to the power N over 1 minus R. Okay, now taking into consideration this, the A is this, and the R is 1.109, and you want to find S8. Okay, can you calculate for me what is the S8, please?
So Fadila sudah send calculation pergi group.
Oh. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay, all right. Fadila, you want to explain what's happening? Oh, no. Fadila
I
is...
simply do one also.
Okay, can you at least explain to us lah? Okay, why did you do this? Why is this 1 plus 0.109?
Because they are increased kan?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I plus.
Jadi kau plus saja lah kan macam tu.
It's 100 plus 10.9.
Yeah. Okay, 100 plus 10.9%. That's how you get 1.109. Okay, so the problem with percentages is that you know, there is this element that you have to plus and minus lah. So the R is not very specifically given to you. Okay, but it is but it is you know, you have to calculate it by using another different method lah. Okay, so I'm going to assume that this is correct. So 5553679 now, 5,553,679 motorcycles, okay, sold in the span of 8 years. Okay, did you manage to do B? You want to do B? Let's see, B. If the Yamaha company manages to dominate 36% of the market in 2021 to 2025, estimate the number of motorcycles successfully sold by the company. What? Estimate the number of motors. If the Yamaha company manages to dominate 36% of the market in 2021 to 2025, which is 5 years lah, estimate the number of motorcycles successfully sold by the company. Kenapa tiba-tiba ada Yamaha ni? Means we have to calculate. Oh, okay. Suddenly got one company. Okay. So, first of all, we have to find the number of motorcycles sold from 2021 to 2025. Okay, that's the first thing. I'm going to delete all of this using the EFA method. All right. First of all, we have to find 2021 to 2025 is how many motorcycles are sold lah. And we know that since 2025 is the 8th year. Okay, so 2025 is tahun ke-8, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021. So you're talking about the 4th year, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is T4. Okay, so if you want to find T4 plus T5 plus T6 plus T7 plus T8, okay, you can do it manually like this. Since you have the A and the R lah kan, okay, you can find it manually like this. Or if you want, you can have S8 minus S3. Okay, yang pertama sampai ke 8 tolak dengan yang pertama sampai ke 3. Baru kau dapat 4 sampai 8. Okay, either way lah. Okay, now since I know what is S8, okay, which is 521230, it makes sense for me to use this method. 521230 minus, okay, so we have to calculate S3. Okay, can we quickly do this? I have lost the A. What is the A? 470,000. Okay, so S3 is 470,000, 1 minus 1.109. Okay, 1.109 to the power of 3 over 1.109, 1 minus 1.109. Okay, can we quickly calculate this, please? I have another class coming in at this time soon lah.
So I send my answer je lah.
Hey, you this why you send halfway? Just send your answer je lah.
Takut salah bahasa.
Takut salah di situ lah yang kita belajar, you this. Fadila is sending a photo. Okay, let's look at Fadila's photo. Okay. This is the time where we shouldn't be thinking about salah. Okay, so 3984404, okay, is the number of motorcycles sold in those 4 years. But Yamaha dominates 36%, so 36%, kau kira saja 36% daripada jumlah ini. Okay, therefore you get 1,434,385 motorcycles, which I think is the correct answer lah. Okay lah. Ayya, Fadila, you should have done this much earlier. Or maybe I should have put you in this group. Were you in this group? Whose group is this? This is Vinod's group. You're in this group. Then Fadila, why you just leave them hanging? So kasihan. Oh no.
I was trying to solve it.
Oh, okay. But it'd be interesting. Let me see. 1434385. Okay, let's look at just now Vinod's answer. 358610. Wow, sangat jauh berbeza. Okay, so
tapi T1 dia sama.
T1 dia sama, 430. Oh yeah, actually you're right. T1 dia sama. And interestingly, dia punya R pun sama. Kan 1.109. 12 is find the equation to the normal, okay, of the curve at point A if the normal to the curve, this one at point A is parallel to the line of this one. Oh, okay. So this is the curve, okay, and it is parallel to this one. The normal is parallel to this one. Okay, 不会做. All right, let's take a look at this. You want to explain what this is first?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So the itu kan the equation, and then parallel to y equals to negative x plus 8, and then the gradient is negative 1. So the gradient of the tangent is 1.
Okay, the gradient of the tangent is 1. All right, very good. How do you get that?
The formula.
Yeah, the formula. Which formula?
I forgot.
Okay, so it's I usually like to use this lah. The normal gradient equals to negative 1 over the tangent gradient lah. Okay, but the idea is there and it's very good. This is an excellent question lah. Usually they will give you, oh okay, this line is parallel to whatever. Tapi dia cakap yang normal yang parallel. So they're already giving you the normal gradient. And I think Farah hit the nail on the head very correctly lah. She said, okay, kalau normal dia punya gradient negative 1 sebab dia parallel bahkan. Therefore the tangent okay, the gradient is 1. Now, why is this important? Because dy dx shows you the gradient of the tangent. Okay, and you need to find the x coordinate, which is what she did here lah. When she got the gradient as 1, she found the x coordinate, x equals to 4. Okay, so this is the second mark. Can you explain after that what you did?
And then in order to find the y, I substitute the value of x into the equation.
Okay. And then, teruskan sampai habis.
Yeah, and then I use the formula y minus, and then, yeah lah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Okay, good. Excellent, Mao. How come Sean said that we didn't finish this?
I said I didn't finish.
Oh, because you
Yeah.
said here, sorry, sir, we didn't finish our question. So actually, it's you did not finish lah.
Yeah, sorry, typo.
Come on, guys. Okay, we need to. The point of doing this in the breakout room is so that you discuss kan. Think of this like normal class. Like normal class, you will discuss, right? It's just that in normal class, you will always find kamu punya geng sendiri untuk discuss. Okay, but I'm trying to give you an option. It's okay to discuss with other people. Okay, after all, you're in the same boat. Time Farah siap 没有马上了 sir. Okay, fine, whatever lah. Okay, good, excellent answer. I think this is settled. Can we have another one? Let's see. Who is this? This is 11. Okay, can I have 11, please? This is Fadila's question. Fadila's group. Can somebody explain what's happening here? Let's take a look at question 11. Okay, given the quadratic equation yada, express p in terms of k if the equation touches the x-axis at only one point. Okay, you said that you can do this. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we have the equation kan. So then we kasih pecah dia A, B, C lah.
Okay.
Then we use b square minus 4ac equals to 0 because that one used to find the equal roots.
Okay. All right.
So then you sub it into the equation, the ABC, and you count, then you pindah sikit, then you get the answer.
My question is let me just double check 1 plus qx square, 1 plus qx, and p plus q. Okay, I think the fact that you got the ABC correct is good, and you got the fact that b squared minus 4ac is equals to 0. Okay, that is good. And if you notice, this is a 3-mark question. Okay, so 3-mark question will be you are using the correct relation, you are substituting it correctly. My only issue now here is Are you sure that this is correct? Okay, let's.
The P ka.
Yeah. I feel that you are missing a few steps, or maybe maybe I am looking at this wrongly. Yeah. But let me write this down here and see. Okay, so 1 plus q squared minus 4 times 1 plus q times p plus q then equals to 0. Is that what you're writing?
Yes.
1 plus q squared, okay, minus 4 is here. Okay, let me do it the long way and then we see how it goes. 1 plus 2q plus q squared minus 4 p plus q plus pq plus q squared equals to 0. 1 plus 2q plus q squared minus 4p plus, minus 4q minus 4pq minus 4q squared equals to 0. Okay, so the only one that we can touch is this and this. So this will give us minus 3q squared. Okay, everything else is untouchable. Oh, okay lah, fine lah. This q and this q can lah. Okay, sorry, hold on. So 4p minus 4p minus 4pq, okay, equals to, I'm going to bring everything across lah. Okay, I'm going to bring everything across, equals to 3q squared minus 1 minus 2q plus 4q. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then what happens over here is 3q squared. This will be plus 2q minus 1. This will be p minus 4, maybe? minus 4q. How did you get this answer? Hold on now. It seems like your answer is correct, but okay, let me bring out the 4 first lah. Sorry. Minus 4p. So this would be 1 plus q. Okay, so negative 4p, 1 plus q. Kalau saya factorize this, I will get 3q minus 1, q plus 1. Yeah. Oh, okay. 3q minus 1, q plus 1 over q plus 1. So this will cut off. So you get p equals to negative 3q plus 1 over 4, which is... okay, fine. So actually jawapan si Fadila ni betul lah. Cuma I didn't see the long way. Okay. Good. But actually if you think about it, kalau kau lompat dari sini pergi sini terus bahkan, you won't lose any marks lah. It's just that saya tidak nampak itu jalan kerja, so I had to figure it out for myself lah. Okay, but alright, good. There's 3 marks in your hands. So let's take a look at question B. What was wrong with question B? Yeah? How come you couldn't do?
Fadila ada sense sudah.
Okay, Fadila ada sense sudah. Let's take a look at Fadila's one. Where is Fadila? Okay, same thing that's happening here. Can somebody explain why this is more than 0?
Because it has 2 real and different roots.
Okay, and the value of p is negative 2. So you're doing the same thing except that you're substituting the value of this one. Okay. I don't think this answer is correct. Oh, this answer is correct. Okay, fine. It is correct. But why though? Because okay lah, fine. Those of you who understand this, okay, will know that this is actually the correct answer, except that I would have changed this to 3q squared minus 6q minus 9 less than 0. Okay, you will get the same two factors, which is Q is -1 and 3. Okay, and then you'll get Q is in between -1 and 3 lah. Okay, but I would suggest that actually you do the graph. Okay, and then you loretkan lah. Okay, but the answer is fine. I think the answer is good. Okay, all right. Thanks everyone. Let's move on to question number 13. Who's question number 13, please? Is this one, Adam. So Adam and Vinod. You want to talk about question number 13, please?
Saya integrate itu y equal x squared and y equal x power 3. I got 12x power 2. And then I kasih pisah, I dapat 4 in bracket 3x power 3 minus 1.
Okay.
The second one, I also integrate it, just bring forward the n. Then for the third, same also, just bring along the 4. The 10 to the 4, got 40. And the 9 and the 10 minus 1.
Okay, all right. Okay, good. I think you can see the pattern over here. Saya rasa dia 3 markah bahkan. So this one is 1 mark each lah. Okay, 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark. Just one thing, Adam, ini bukan integrate, ini differentiate, pembezaan. Okay, just to remind you lah. All right, good. Vinod, B please.
Okay, so dia punya question sudah bagilah yang volume of box tu kan 216. Terus box kan punya formula kan, volume dia kan length times width times height. So dia punya length kan y, width dia x, height dia pun x. So saya kasi pindah, terus jumpa y lah.
Okay.
Terus y tu saya ambil, saya sub dekat equation yang dia bagi tu. Disuruh cari minimum, jadi saya differentiate dulu.
Okay,
terus good. Differentiate, saya sub tu yang y tadi tu di dalam tu equation.
Oh. Okay, teruskan dulu.
Terus saya pindah x. Terus square cube root jumpalah x.
Okay. Soalan minta apa? Dia suruh kita cari nilai x apabila, find the value of x when a is minimum, interpret your answer. Oh, okay. Okay, let me start with this. So I have a problem here lah, sebab you can do this lah. Okay, you can do this sebab y ini kita anggap sebagai this one. But it's a little bit dangerous because di dalam y ada x juga. Okay, I would have done 3x squared plus 6x times 216 over x squared. And then bila kamu potong ini, kau akan dapat 216 over x. And then this is berapa ini? 1296. Right. Okay, so I would have done y equals to saya lupa sudah 3x squared. Okay, 3x squared plus 2196 over x. Is that this one? 2196. Oh, 1296. Okay, 1296 over x. Baru saya differentiate sebab semua adalah A ya. Semua adalah di dalam x sudah. Tiada sudah y lah di dalamnya. So I get 6x minus, will ini be minus 1296 over x squared. Is it the same as what you got? Ya, so di sini kamu nampak kan, kamu dapat plus bah. Will ini be minus? Because ini adalah 1296 kuasa x negative 1. So when you differentiate this, it becomes negative 1 times 1296 x to the power negative 2. Baru saya dapat ini. So saya tahu, I know what you're trying to do, but I'm just wondering whether there is a problem here lah. Kita teruskan dan kita tengok. So minimum means this is 0. So 0 means 6x sama dengan 1296 over x squared. So x cubed equals to 1296 over 6. Okay, so you will get the same thing lah, except the ini bah. Okay, actually semua step kita adalah sama kecuali kau dapat x sama dengan negatif 6 and then suddenly miraculously dia boleh jadi x sama dengan 6. Cannot lah, sebab ini adalah kuasa 3. This is punca kuasa 3. So punca kuasa 3 kalau jawapannya negatif, memang negatif itu. Dia tiada dua jawapan. Okay, dia either negative 6 or 6. So that's why bila saya tengok ini, saya macam mana kamu dapat x equals to negative 6, terus kau dapat x equals to 6. And I suspected that the problem was here lah. Okay, so saya rasa langkah kamu is okay, your step is okay. It's just that I would suggest lah. Okay, untuk perbaiki ini, next time substitute the y. Sebab kau sudah cari y you have already found y, and so after that, what you do is you substitute first. Okay, macam yang saya buat di sini, kamu substitute dulu, dapatkan semua x, tiada sudah y di dalam. Okay, then you differentiate. Okay, as a general rule when we differentiate lah, contohnya kalau dy dx, kita mau y equals to yada di sini ini x sahaja. Tiada huruf lain selain daripada x. Kalau kita mau dA dx, kita mau semua di dalam x sahaja. Kita tidak mau ada huruf lain di dalam sana. Okay, which is why Vinod, you did the first step. And you did the first step correctly, very beautifully if I may add. Okay, betul sudah kau pilih langkah, cuma kamu ganti y itu di tempat yang salah lah. Okay, you should have substituted it at the beginning so that you can get the correct answer. Okay, so ini nampak macam perkara yang kecil lah. Okay, it looks like a very small thing, but actually dari segi pemarkahan, let's take a look at the marks. This is a 5-mark question. Yeah, this is a 5-mark question. Okay, so 5-mark question I would have given you 1 mark here. Okay, and I would have given you this lah, pembezaan yang betul ini 1 mark lah. Tapi ini semua kan malangnya I cannot give you the mark sebab kamu sudah salah dari segi konsep. So you would have gotten 2 out of 5. Okay, sebab menurut langkah kerja kamu ini, you cannot explain how this x sama dengan negatif 6 boleh dengan secara ajaibnya menjadi x sama dengan macam magic saja, suka hati tukar tanda. Cannot lah.
Saya fikir kan volume kan tidak ada negatif gitu.
Yeah, I understand, saya faham. Okay, but ini we have to remember that this is kuasa 3. Kalau dia kuasa 2, saya masih boleh accept tau. Tapi this is kuasa 3. Kuasa 3 kalau dia negatif kan memang negatif sudah. There's no ada dua jawapan. Kan kalau punca kuasa 2 kan, let's say square root of 4 equals to positive 2 and negative 2. Ini boleh because there's square. Tapi ini kuasa 3. So kalau kuasa 3 negatif tu negatif lah itu. Okay, alright, good. We can learn from mistakes. Alright, let's go to question number 14, please. Saya takut nih, sebab question number 15 adalah saya punya sasaran ni hari bah. Tapi question number 4, saya banyak menghabiskan masa di tempat lain. Okay, 14. Mr. Liu.
Okay. So 14A, the first one is you have to find the sum of the first 7 term. So you just sub in n equals to 7 lah, and then you sub, you do, and then you got 133.
Okay. Alright.
And then the second one is the 7th term. So in order to find the 7th term, you have to minus like the sum of 7th term to minus the sum of 6th term. And then you do again, power of maths, and then you got 34.
Okay.
So 34 is the 7th term.
Okay. Hold on, Aliu. Okay. One thing that is very important, two things that are very important sebagai peringatan. Remember that if they have given you an SN formula yang lain daripada apa yang kita biasa, you know, Sn equals to n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d bahkan. Okay, if they give you a different formula, use that formula. Okay, don't go and terkongkong-kongkong dengan satu formula sahaja. Secondly, this is a very important relation to remember. Okay, Tn equals to Sn minus 1. Okay, the 10th term equals to the sum of the 10 minus the sum of the 9. The 100th term equals to the sum of the 100 minus the sum of the 99. Ini hubungan ini bahkan is not a formula, it is a hubungan yang kamu harus ingat. Okay, so good job. All right, next question, B please.
For the B1, the question already said that the sum of 28 term is 2030, so I just put all of information into the formula and I would get d equals to 5.
Okay.
But the question says starting from a largest, so it's like decreasing, so it's minus 5.
Okay, good.
So for B2 is just sub in all the information, so you get n over 2 bracket 285 minus 5n.
Okay.
For the third one is also sub in everything into the term formula, and you will get 145 minus 5n.
Okay. Just one thing. Why is this 145 though?
2030.
Oh, 2030 times 2 divided by 28.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you use the wrong formula? This is plus. Yeah. You see where you went wrong there, Leo? Okay.
Yes.
The formula is plus. No wonder. I was like, how come you d equals to 5 magically become d equals to negative 5? Okay. So this is actually should be plus. So you would actually get d equals to negative 5. Okay. But I like the fact that even though you got the d equals to 5, you understood that the biggest was 140, maka dia akan menjadi lebih kecil. So the difference would be actually equals to negative 5. The second thing that I would probably caution you is, if you get something like this, I would actually ask you to continue to expand it now. So I would have gone with 285 over 2n plus 5 over 2n squared. I would have gone with that. Okay, but I think either way, this is fine lah. Okay, all right, good. Let's go to the last question. This is the question of the day lah. Okay, can I have the group number 5, please?
Okay.
So 3CD is equal to 4DE, so you can find the ratio for that by putting all the numbers on the left-hand side, and the right-hand side is DE over CD.
Okay.
And then you use the formula to get.
All right.
Since it gives you D already, you just use the formula to get H and K.
Okay. All right. I'm going to assume that all your calculation is correct. This is okay. This is a little bit strange lah. To me lah. To me, it's a little bit strange because the answers for the H and the K, which are coordinates, okay, it's a little bit strange in the placing. Okay, negative 16 over 3 and negative 70 over 4 are very, very weird coordinates lah. As a general rule, when you face this in SPM, I would actually recommend you to check again just to make sure that you have done everything correctly. Okay, because kalau kamu ada coordinate macam ni, bahkan very weird bah the coordinates. Okay, it will probably be correct lah. Okay, saya tak ada masa untuk menengok jawapan sekarang. Okay, but I would just say that memang jalan langkah kerjanya betul, tiada masalah. Okay, ngam one, okay fine. Okay, but this 15A is the one that actually I want to ask all of you to start this question because it is such a good question. Okay, now saya mau guna yang versi bahasa Melayu. The English version is a little bit weird lah. Okay, dia bagi kamu this one and then dia cakap dengan panduan gambar raja di atas terbitkan rumus. Okay, now terbitkan rumus is meaning that you have to make it such a way that ini adalah jawapan akhir kamu. Kamu kena buktikan bahawa koordinat titik ini ditunjukkan oleh bahagian ini. Okay, so dan saya menjangkakan, I would suspect lah that actually in your admits exam mesti ada satu soalan penerbitan. There are a few formulas that you have to terbitkan. Okay, and this is one of those formulas that we have to terbitkan. Although kami tidak begitu tekankan perkara ini pada the last time lah. Okay, I will send you a document about the penerbitan if I can find it. Okay, and I will let you know. But this terbitan can be found in the Form 4 textbook. What page is it, Eva?
Kejap sir.
170 something ke itu?
178.
Okay, page 178. It is in your Form 4 textbook, page 178, but maybe not all of you have the textbook, so I'm going to send you a copy of this lah. Okay, but actually what Yong is doing, or at least what Yong is writing is actually all correct lah. Okay, it is a terbitan that, if you take a look at the number of marks, it is a 4-mark terbitan. Okay, terbitan is a 4-mark thing lah. So we want to kind of know as much as we can about the terbitan. Okay, but this is a question that I would recommend if you are okay with the rest of the questions. Because penerbitan ini adalah dia soalan yang agak luar biasa sikit lah. So it may be a little bit challenging for some. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to start this question. This is the question you should be focusing on, but this question you can start it if you have time to go through it. Okay, then you go through it. Tapi soalan penerbitan ini dia lebih kepada menghafal. Okay, cuma kami menjangkakan mungkin dalam SPM tahun ini kan akan ada satu atau dua soalan penerbitan saja. And it doesn't make sense to memorize all of them since there's so many penerbitans that you have to do. Okay, all right, good job everyone. I will see you next week. So next week we will do paper 2. Okay, you can go ahead and answer first if you want. But we will do paper 2 next week lah.